Hello everybody. I hope you guys are doing well, that you aren't sick. So as many of you guys know, my followers, we were scheduled to go to Disney Sport Wilderness the spring break, which is actually technically we were supposed to be there today. So obviously we're not there, and obviously we are not going to go. They did not close Fort Wilderness, but we've made the conscious decision ourselves to not go. One, me and my youngest daughter, I don't know if you can hear me, but we don't feel the best. She has a cough and a stuffy runny nose, and I have a stuffy runny nose and a sore throat. So we've decided to not go, because if God forbid we do have COVID-19, we do not want to spread it. And even if we don't, and if it's any kind of other illness, if it is spreadable, we don't want to spread that as well. We're not sure if it's actually allergies. Like I said, we have 4 big oak trees in front, on the side, and behind our house that we are, well, not we, that are, I don't know what they're doing. It's spring, so everything's like falling on the ground. Old leaves and other little pieces of it. It's like shedding. My front yard and backyard look like it's fall all over again. So, and then in Florida, with it being as hot as it is already, it's just like, it's just hitting us over time. So, like I said, do I know if it's COVID-19? I'm not sure. But if it is, I probably will never know, because we are not going to go get tested. We are not going to go get tested just for the fact that we're not going to get tested, because we live in a very elderly community and we prefer to have those tests available for people who really genuinely need them, and we're not suffering too bad right now, so we're just gonna stay inside. And so we would rather have the kits out there for people who genuinely need them. So everybody knows the COVID virus is going around, COVID-19 or coronavirus, whatever you guys want to call it, or whatever you do call it. I'll be the first one to admit, it is stressing me out. And it's not even the fact that it's like a virus that's stressing me out and freaking me out. It's people. People are going crazy. And, you know, it's gotten to the point where my husband and we went out and got more ammunition for our weapons, just in case we do need them. So, you know, it's, the mass hysteria is not just towards the sickness and the disease itself, it's towards the people who are putting other people at risk, not necessarily just like by getting them sick, but, you know, I was in the grocery store the other day and there were people arguing over supplies, food. My mom is a store manager of a big retail store, and she was limiting customers to 4 per item per customer, and she was, you know, getting attitude and people yelling at her because they said that she can't do that, even though the people who she first said it to openly admitted that they planned on buying all the supplies and reselling them to other people. So, I mean, she's looking out for the other people who desperately need these supplies, and she's getting crap for it. And it's a really sad time. You know, it really makes you sad to see what's going on in the world. It really makes you lose faith in humanity a little bit. And, you know, I've seen some good and some bad through all this. Don't mind my hair, guys. It is a disaster. But yeah, it's a scary time right now, and it's not even just the disease that's scaring people. It's people scaring people. I saw on Twitter the other day that a man was stabbed or threatened to be stabbed with a broken wine bottle over water, over a case of water. Like, I feel like people can't think outside the box when stuff like this is happening. Like, boil your tap water if you don't find it safe to drink. Go fishing for food if that's something that you can do. Take a shower and wash yourself if you don't have toilet paper. You know, there's no reason or no excuse to be hurting anybody over toilet paper when, you know, the electric company and the water company, they cannot turn your water off, they cannot turn your electric off in a state or in a world emergency like this. So, I mean, you're safe, guys. There's nothing that important out there that you can't find a source for. It's to the people that are like hoarding meat and hoarding toilet paper. You know, if you genuinely need that, that's fine. But do you really need 12 packs of toilet paper for yourself or for just you and your immediate family? No. So, like, I don't know like what to say to people, because like I'm so shocked. Oh, I don't want to say shocked, because, you know, people act crazy times, but I'm so disgusted, I guess is more the word for it, because, you know, it's just a really sad time right now. You know, and you've got people who aren't taking this seriously, and, you know, the main thing that, like, I don't understand is you're supposed to be practicing basic hygiene anyways, washing your hands after you go to the bathroom, washing your hands after you do, like, anything, whatever, before you eat, after you eat, before or after you go to the bathroom, after you touch something public. I mean, those are things you're supposed to be doing regardless. So the fact that you have to be told to wash your hands, like, I don't know, I guess I just don't understand. I mean, I just don't get it. And then on top of that, like, they're telling you that the reason why there's more and more outbreaks and more people are getting it is the fact that people aren't listening, and they're not staying home, and they're not staying out of public, you know, places like big groups. You're putting not only yourself at risk, but you're putting other people at risk. You know, there's a reason why all the sports, you know, going on right now have been canceled or postponed, because they don't want to put themselves at risk. They don't want to put other people at risk. And I think that was probably one of the smartest decisions that they've done. And I mean, I get that people are going to have to work during this. I mean, they're going to have to. It's inevitable. You know, people have jobs. But if you can work remotely, or, you know, you have the option to have off from work, don't go out and go to the bar, go to restaurants, and all. Like, what's the point? What's the point of that? Like, if you can hear my kids, they're watching Frozen 2 right now for the first time, and they're losing their minds. But yeah, so listen to what the CDC is telling us. Listen to what everybody is saying. You know, if you can't, once the CDC and, you know, the other news outlets are telling you, like, avoid crowded places, that then you should do it by all means, because I mean, you're not only, like, you might be healthy, but that doesn't mean that, you know, your grandparents aren't, or your parents, or a sick child. You know, there are ways to go about living your life when you're in quarantine, and there are ways that you don't, and I feel like people just don't care. People don't care about people right now. They all are very selfish, and it's really disheartening and really sad. And it really makes me mad at the same time, because like, I just don't understand. Like, my husband's 87-year-old grandmother, like, she is very Italian, and she's set in her ways. She is very stubborn, and every Sunday we go to breakfast as a family at the family restaurant, every Sunday, unless like something comes up. Well, she asked me last night, she's like, oh, we're still on for breakfast, aren't we? And I told her, I was like, Graham, you're 87 years old, that you shouldn't be in a restaurant right now. And she's like, oh, I'll be fine. And then this morning, you know, or last night, my daughter had a fever of 100 degrees, and I told my husband, I was like, we're not going to breakfast tomorrow, because I couldn't live knowing that me and my daughter got my husband's grandmother sick, and what if she didn't recover? Like, that would be on us, because we were too selfish and too stubborn to stay home when we knew that we should have. And that's, I guess, what I just wish people would understand, and wish people would, like, take into consideration. Like, just because you're healthy, just because you have a mild case, doesn't mean that it's going to be the same for the next person. You know, and there aren't enough test kits in the US right now to be messing around with it. And that's probably the main reason why I won't get me and my daughter tested, unless, like, we absolutely have to, unless, like, we take a turn for, like, the worst, like, in a really, really bad way, is, you know, there are other people out there who need these tests more than we do, and I'm not going to take that away from them. I mean, I'm going to watch my daughter, I'm going to keep an eye on her, and be in contact with her pediatrician, and find a course of action that she wants to do. And of course I'm going to do whatever the doctor says, but I'm not going to go out and take a test away from somebody who could potentially, it be life-threatening for them. So yeah, I guess that's really all I wanted to jump on here and tell you guys, is that, one, we're not going to Fort Wilderness, because even though they're not closing for some strange reason, I couldn't do that to other people, to myself, to my family. There's always other breaks, guys. I'm not gonna put everybody through that. But we're not going to Fort Wilderness. Me and my daughter are sick. We do have COVID-19 symptoms, but who knows if we have it. And yeah, I mean, that's really it, guys. I hope you guys stay safe out there. I hope you guys, you know, do what you can for the people around you, and I hope that you listen and you stay out of big groups, and you guys just, you know, keep on keeping on. So I hope you guys have a great day, and I will check back with you guys soon. Bye.